What a difference a day makes. I've had to work quite hard to find somewhere that's not bright, where I'm not squinting. I started off sitting out on the patio, but I just couldn't find any, even though I was sitting in the shade of the house, I was still squinting. It's really warm. There's a cockerel over there all on his own. It's really warm, it's been beautiful, it's sunny. I've just finished making a cloud video, but the clouds coming up from the south are bringing storms, so this is short-lived, this weather. It's lovely, but short-lived. It occurred to me after I made the video, the rain video, and after I made the other video yesterday, that I'd watched the rain and enjoy the beauty of it and marvel at the beauty of rain, falling rain, how it looks hitting things, looking at all of that and forgetting that there are still people struggling with the aftermath of the floods at Easter. There's still people fighting with whatever their names are. I can't remember the names of the insurance people, loss adjusters, still fighting with them, even though there shouldn't be a fight. There shouldn't be a fight. This is what happened, you know. Heard a story of someone, I saw some photos of someone who had for someone else owned a lot of expensive art books that they've been collecting over the years, and this person said, well, you know, yeah, I can store them for you in my tanked cellar. They went into the tanked cellar and were just completely overrun, and the photos I saw, it just looked like a rubbish tip. All those books lost. So difficult for, I mean, I know it's not lives, you know, lives obviously more important, but so there are still people dealing with that. And I thought the amount of rain we had yesterday, I imagine that those people on, you know, sitting on the side of the river again must feel very anxious when it rains persistently, you know, non-stop. That was non-stop heavy rain for some time. And they must feel quite anxious, and of course there aren't any in our weather forecast today. There are warnings of storms, but there's no warnings of possible floods, which there were at Easter. So hopefully, you know, the water table's down enough to cope with it, but I guess it depends on how much rain we get with the storms. Apparently it's a cold front heading into Portugal that's going to swing round and back up behind our hot weather. And you can see it over to the south of the house, that there's dark clouds building up again. So exciting for me up here on a hill, but not for people down by the river. And it's pure chance that we bought up here and that we didn't look at any riverside properties, because I would have loved to have been near a river. We left a house that was near a river. The house in Devon overlooked the Tor, which was a continuation of the Torridge. Or was it the Torridge? Can't remember. No, it was the Tor. And you know, we've seen that in full flood, but again, we were up a hill. We were a good, I don't know, 200 metres above sea level or more, so it wasn't a problem for us. Yeah, so I would have loved to have been near a river. So thank goodness nothing came up for us to look at near a river. We would have been in the same situation. I don't know how people cope. I thought about, you know, how badly I feel that I cope with stressful situations, and that sort of thing I just feel would knock me for six. I'm not sure how I would come back from it. I'm sure I would, but I look around at the people dealing with it and I think they're more stoic than I am. So yeah, so I'm standing in front of the bamboo. These are new shoots. How massive they are. And that's what would happen if we left left them growing in the grass, you'd get this. I mean, they're really thick. And that all started with just a tiny, small bunch of bamboo that we dug up from a friend's garden, put it over here, hoping it would work. And this is what we've got. I can't zoom you, but you know what we've got. You've seen it. So the plan is, at some point, is to talk to Ludo. He's talking about coming a week. Oh, I don't know, next week, not this week, next week sometime. I can't remember, the Thursday or Friday. He's meant to be putting a washing up line for us. I wanted him to do the trimming. The nettles are over my head now, and Ida will need shearing by then. It was a bit busy here. Cars going up the road. But we've also thought that we're gonna see what we can think about to put alongside the bamboo this side where it is will head towards the micro station. Put some shuttering in there. I mean, the digger, when he was here digging the holes and putting the micro station in, at the end of all that, he dug out big clumps of bamboo and moved it back. But I said to Mark, we really need to shutter it off there now, to prevent it going that way, because we spent a lot of money on the micro station. I don't really want to cause damage to it with bamboo, and as you all know, bamboo is incredibly invasive, and you do need to keep your eye on it. I'll show you Mr. Cockerel. So he's all on his own. The broody hen's brooding. I opened up the gate because I was reading. I opened up the gate and let him and Ida in. She came and had a nibble around at the apple tree. Nibbled at things that she's not meant to nibble at. Well, she's under that. I can see her now. She was under the apple tree doing that, but now she's laying down under there in the shade. I think that's a blackbird that you can hear, and I think it may have been blackbirds that you could hear yesterday in the rain. They certainly enjoyed it. There were birds coming down to, because rain sounds like, hold on, let me think about it. No, the rain brings up the worms, and birds will imitate the sound of rain by stamping a little on the ground as they're on it to bring the worms up. Oh, they were coming down looking for worms in that rain. I was quite interested that they weren't unhappy about the rain. I suppose it restricted them somewhat. I think we've got those tiny little, very tiny little bugs around at the moment. I keep finding I've got something crawling over my glasses, or I'm feeling a bit itchy. The weather has just created bug heaven, I think. See if we can go and get closer to Ida. Can't really see you there in the dark. Is that nice under there? It's a bit warm for you now, isn't it? Well, don't worry, it's going to cool down again with the storms. I don't know, I didn't look at the temperatures actually. It might not get so cold. It has been cold. But, yeah. She's now needing to be shorn. Won't be long. I'm going to take you slowly round because you're on Zoom and it's a bit iffy. You're such a quiet boy, aren't you? Huh? So docile. Unlike your mate, who's not docile. I have no idea how high that is. I suppose if I go and stand in front of it. Oh, sorry. So what do you think? 4 times my height? At least. Probably 5 times. I don't know how short I am. Yeah, 5 at least. Maybe more. So Mark's been drilling into the wall of the house, trying to attach the pergola to the wall of the house, because it's been pushed away because the wisteria is so heavy. Went out and bought drill bits and various bits and pieces, but he says that he's struggling to get deep enough into the wall, and he doesn't think his drill is not strong enough. I'm hoping he's got another drill, an old drill somewhere that he'll use. Don't really want to go out and buy a new drill just for that. But his drill is it's I was going to say wireless, cordless drill, so I don't know whether they're not quite as strong as other drills. Don't even know if it didn't sound like it had got a hammer facility on it either. So he's halfway doing that, but he's got very hot and he's now sitting having a cold drink. I don't think he's going to think through what he does next. Been up the ladder for quite a long time. His knee's going to suffer. He's not his best new knee. His old broken knee, his old left knee that he is apparently going to contact the consultant, but I will wait and see. What are you doing, Mr. Cockerel? Gonna lay down. I look out sometimes and I see a chicken doing that, sunbathing, and I look out and I think, oh God, I got a dead chicken. But it isn't, they're just sunbathing. There, that's the news on a Monday from a beautiful sunny garden with birds singing and a very depleted menagerie menagerieing. Thanks for watching.